What is up, guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG, back with some Edison. We've got Raul playing Machina on the right, and Primo is playing his Blackwings. So, at least in my eyes, this is a pretty classic battle. I will give the matchup advantage to Raul, just because of Hamster Raikokaius and the nature of Fortress. But it's not that much of an advantage, maybe 5% advantage for the Machina player. You still have to play very clean to beat Blackwing players. But over time, Machina players can generally grind down Blackwings as long as they have an answer for Whirlwind. Primo draws for turn. Okay, we just do some set wars. Not a lot of action. Allure Darkness. We're gonna dig deeper, look for some more Blackwings. Get rid of the only Blackwing we have in Sirocco. Set face down is probably Vayu. I'm sure he was hoping to get more from that Allure, but it just looks like some more redundant traps. Vayu will poke in. Hopefully there's an Icarus attack in those three back row. That would be really nice. If Raul tries to set up, then maybe we can make a move. MST will take care of this Dust Shoot. He does not get to use it since all of Primo's cards were traps. So at the least, the trap Dust Shoot, yeah. I guess he should have. I mean, in hindsight, obviously, you should have activated the trap Dust Shoot. But some hands, I will try to hold the Dust Shoot. But it's just unlucky that the way Primo's hand was constructed, there wasn't a lot of monsters, so the Dust Shoot ended up just dying. But on the bright side, it did eat MST, and that will protect our like deep prisons, bottomlesses, things of that nature. Actually, like more useful cards. Yeah. Most of the time, I will shotgun the trap Dust Shoot, just because I just want the information. I really don't care about the monster I send. It's nice, but the real juice is the info. Because like, say if I got to look at Primo's hand, I'm like, okay, he just has a bunch of like negate. Like I think he had like double trap stun, you know, something else. But if I get the info, I know how to move forward with my gameplay. Is what I'm trying to get at. But if you are able to pull off like Primo using a resource on your trap Dust Shoot and you get to chain it, that's like omega value. But it did not work out for Royal this game. So well, normal plague, turn this Raikou into a bigger monster. We will go Armory Arm, pay 800. We have no answer for oppression, so this is going to be pretty difficult. Oppression is one of those cards that Machinas do not like to see. Turns off all our fortresses. I guess mainly just the fortress, our forces, which is our money card, the card that we pretty much base the whole deck around. And if it turns that off, then and they summon bigger monsters under the oppression, it's a really bad time. But the board is not established for Primo, so we do have a chance to find something to pop this oppression before Blackwings start swarming the board. We draw. Looks like we do get a monster. We got 3 Darks Engrave. It is Dark Arm. Sheesh! Dark Arm. He will pay 800 to oppress, And trap stun is activated, so now we're in a really bad spot because this dark arm will start mowing through all our stuff. He can even attack and like leave those traps there so Gores can't drop down either. Oh, now be the game. The Armory Arm and Dark Arm Dragon. Huh. That worked out really well for Primo. I wasn't looking. It wasn't looking too hopeful for him, but the way the stars align, he got 3 darks in the grave, and the Dark Arm finished it off out of nowhere. Whirlwind. Dust Tornado eats the Whirlwind. Now Bora's staring at a monster with 100 more attack power than him. So if he doesn't want to move this monster, then he's gonna have to spend a Kalut to survive. But he'll hold back. If this Bora does die, he can just summon Blizzard, and then our monster will get bigger than the gear frame. So we can hold that gear frame for another situation where it's like, ideally we don't want to be using our Kalut just for a gear frame. Okay, charge will get Lila, break the back row, clear the way, ditch Fortress for another Fortress, and this is the spot we want to be in. Attacking into Bora, we would take 600, but that's okay. Primo will use a card, and in return we will pop. So this is one of the cards that's really difficult for Blackwings to deal with. It is Fortress. Even if they use Kalut, Fortress still will drag them down to the grave with them. Mill 1, 2, 3, double gear frame. Not ideal, but it's okay. All we really care about the mill is that we're milling monsters. It's the important part. I don't know how many Pot of Avarice Raul runs, but at least in my game ones, I like to have 3. I think first Blackwings at minimum you want 2, just because you want to be able to grind them down. So Deep Prison will eat this Shura. Ditch Force, special back to Fortress, and now we're in a world of hurt. We'll take 18, 25, and no Gores for Primo. And he'll equip the gear frame to protect Fortress, mills the last Fortress and Force. Oh, he has a pretty solid hand. This play relies heavily on that set back row, but that Lila can stand right back up and pop that back row. Dang, okay, so we can sack this Lila, or we can go Mistworm, but we'll just sack for Cyber Dragon, contact, make things really easy, attack for 2k, and we are left with 1 card in hand. That was pretty sweet. It wasn't looking too good for Primo, but Brain Control is one hell of a card. So it looks like Raul draws dead, passes the turn right back to Primo, and then we're gonna check out those graveyards. Bunch of fortresses, bunch of gear frames, all the forces. So Pot of Avarice would be money right now. We see a lot of monsters, so the chance we're gonna see some spells is really high. Blizzard into maybe, we could go Cataster, we could go Android to start increasing our life points, but he's gonna go for maximum damage. 48. This could be enough damage right here. 17. Unless Raul has Gores. 2. And Gores is there. Okay, excellent. We will steal the Gores with Goyo. That is the power of Goyo. We have a lightning vortex in hand. Boom! Nukes the field. Oh my god. Nukes the field and the token's enough to strike him for the game. Oh my god. That was sick. Those stars aligned really well for Raul. Game number 3. Yeah, honestly, I thought that Primo was dead for sure on the Fortress Gear Frame Lila board, but the brain control broke it, and then Raul had the Gores to stop the bleeding, and then finishes off with Lightning Vortex. So we got a strong start from Primo. He will go Black Whirlwind into probably Blizzard or Kalut. And Raul will set 3. Haven't seen a lot of Raikou action. I don't think he set a single Raikou this entire game actually. But he has the Dust Tornado to take care of Whirlwind. Don't want that card to be activating more than once. More than one time, the game starts slipping away from you. He's got that Lightning Vortex in hand, ready to go. We'll summon Gear Frame, get Force. We could use the Vortex, but the thing is, if he has Icarus attack, we're gonna lose a lot of cards. So we'll just use what we have on board. Our stuff is stronger. Manages to take down the Bora, and you know, if Primo used the back row against the Gear Frame, then we're okay with that. As long as he's using it on Gear Frame, that means he's not using it on our Fortress. So we can go 5, we can go 6, we can go 9. Yeah, game 3. I love game 3s. Catastor. Compulse. Excellent answer to the Synchro. But he will launch the Gear Frame back to hand to get some extra value. Since the target disappeared, can he attack? Can he redeclare an attack? Maybe. I'm not sure. But Lightning Vortex will deal with the board. Okay, feel like that Bottomless was a little hasty. You kind of want to be using that on the Fortress, but maybe he doesn't want to take the, like, he has nothing to answer the. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Primo. He's got the oppression. Okay. It all makes sense now. Okay, so I really wonder what that face down is. It's been chilling for a while. Like maybe it's a Raikou to break. Mirror Force will be used on Gear Frame. Okay. No Blackwings. All we have is a Banisher of the Radiance. Okay, so summon and pass. Maybe it's a hamster. I guess it could be a hamster. If it is, and Primo attacks into it, the repression can't stop it. But it's been sitting there for like 5-6 turns. Lure Darkness, draw 1, draw 2. Ooh, we get a Cyber Dragon. Banish the Shura. So, yeah, Cyber Dragon's like a little like dark hole for against machines. It's pretty sick. A dark hole that produces a big monster at the end of it. Heavy storm. Do we have an answer? No, we don't. We just we lose a deep prison and a bottomless. So this opens up the gates for his fortress. Oh, he can't he can discard. Yeah, he can discard that force. All it states is as long as it discards. That's either Ulysses' hand or that's Oscar's hand. They would know because Oscar plays Machina gadgets and he runs a dimensional fissure inside it, and so he knows all the rules about that. And then Ulysses obviously plays against it all the time, so he spots it right away. He's like, yep, you can do that. Because all Fortress says is you want to discard it. It does not specifically say discard it to the graveyard. Cyber Dragon. Now, if Banisher was on the field with Cyber Dragon and you try to contact, you can't do that because that one actually says that you need to send them to the grave. But the dimensional fissure on a stick is dead. We will we will turn sideways, pop a bluff black whirlwind. That card is still sitting there. It's driving me nuts. It's actually driving me nuts. Is it even a real card? I don't even know, man. Maybe like a snowman eater? Maybe? Pot of Avarice, yeah. This is one of the money cards that outgrinds the Blackwing player. We're in a really bad spot if we're Primo. He's got what? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 6 cards to 3 cards, so he's up +3. What we got? Yeah, I can't tell you what that face down is. I'm gonna guess a snowman eater. If he doesn't flip it by the end of the game, I'm gonna be upset. Well, gear frame, get fortress, attack gear frame for 200. Looks like let's see, 700. Okay, 500. Looks like I'm missing a life point somewhere. But he's gonna discard Fortress, deal with this Climactic Fortress Dragon. We got another Banisher, Brain Control, and what looks like to be like a Ghost Rare? Gores or probably Gores? Or another Cyber Dragon. I think there's such a thing called like as a Ghost Rare Cyber Dragon, maybe. Banisher is good, right? But you have to have it like stick early and then apply pressure with another monster. At this moment, it's just a 1600 hitter. It doesn't really do much. Okay, we get to see. It's been a hamster this entire time. What the heck? Okay, it's gonna take 200. Special Raikou. I mean, I guess he didn't really need to flip it, but oh my god, that is the most patient hamster I've ever seen. So we'll go over this for 900. We got a ton of power on board now. 1100, and he will stop the bleeding right there. It is that Gores attack token. Now this Gores can kind of block the way. Oh wait, okay, yeah. Never mind. The Raikou burns right through it. A lightning vortex of Primo's own. That'd be sick. One time. Yeah, it's got like infinite darks in there. But it doesn't look like I see a path to victory. Yeah. Trap's done right in the beginning. Not messing around. If you guys saw him, you gotta saw him right now. And then Lila will be summoned. And we'll strike for the game. Yeah, we'll take 25. And hamster. GG. So the other card was oppression. And I think Raul had like set mirror force, so like he was chilling for a long time. This is how ideally, as the Machina player, kind of want to grind your opponent down to the ground, and then eventually the pot of avarice is the hamster summons, breaking with Lila, like all those like plus ones add up over time, and eventually will bring your opponent down to their knees. Gear frame also, right? Because you summon gear frame, it replaces itself in your hand, and like you summon fortress, special fortress attack, it dies, pot of avarice all back, do it all over again, and that's how you usually get some wins. I've been doing this thing where like if I'm trying to be aggressive, I'll slide down to 1 pot of avarice, but I think moving forward, the lowest amount of pot avarices I'll go is 2. I think the card's way too important to not run at 2, and then 1's just too little. Like if you mill it, then you're just gonna be sad, and you're gonna watch all your monsters hit the graveyard with no real utility to use them, or no like resource to use them. But yeah, that was a fun game. 2-1 for Raul. Primo is a very good player, so proud of Raul's win. But yeah, if you guys like the videos, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.